And I want to address the potential skeptic who's listening, right? That might think, well, this sounds a little bit silly. Why not just develop my own strengths, right? And there's something to be said about walking into the courtroom and wearing like a certain suit, and feeling a certain type of way, or like, putting on the jacket, or like in the case of the medical profession, like putting on a
Yeah,
stethoscope. And you talk about this phenomenon called like enclosed, like cognition, right?
yeah,
This idea that like if you can adopt this alter ego, you'll feel a certain way, and then you'll actually become that as well.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, to the skeptic, that's why in the book I just unpack all the science behind this, and then on the other side too is that this is something that's been talked about for millennia. In fact, the term alter ego was first coined by Cicero, the greatest Roman statesman and philosopher to ever live, widely known as being basically number one. And in 44 BC, in a letter to a friend, when he was unpacking kind of the secrets to his success, essentially, was the first one to actually say alter ego. And what it means in its root form is the other I or trusted friend within. And why that's important is to know is because we all know, you and I know this, that, and we were talking earlier before we even started this, mutual friends that we have, the amazing allies that we have around us, could be mentors, could be coaches, could be friends. We all know that when you improve the quality of the people you have around you, you improve yourself. And it sure is an unfair advantage when you get to ping on friends who can solve a huge problem for you with one phone call, one text message, or an email, right? Now, the thing is, though, I don't have these friends around me 24/7. But what I do live with 24/7 is the 6 inches between my ears. It's the person within, it's the voice within. And so that idea that you have trusted friends or allies between the 6 inches of your ears is a very useful and practical way to use your brain. And what it also leverages is the fact that our brains are dedicated 70% roughly to the visual cortex. That's why we're very visual beings. And an alter ego becomes a mental model, an image that you can hold in your mind for what you're trying to move towards. You're not trying to exactly copy it whatsoever. And if you did, I don't really care. What I care about is, are you getting results that you want? Everyone's so caught up. I mean, you think I give two shits whether someone feels I'm being inauthentic because I know that my alter ego is Mr. Rogers when I'm around my kids? Do you know how easy it would be for me to continuously act through the identity that I have right now? I'm a I'm a tough guy. I coach some of the biggest names on the planet. They've got massive egos, and I need their ship to sometimes crash on the rock of our coaching because I need to break down that hard exterior. And they have it for a reason because they've got nothing but people around them who want stuff from them. That's why, as a rule, and you know this, says on the very first page of my book, I do not name any of my private clients in the book. You'll never get them out of me. None of the publishers got it out of me because I need 100% complete trust from them. So my point is, so all day long, I'm flexing this muscle, the habit of this guy who's a challenger to clients, because I'm trying to drag them to their next milestone, which if they could do it on their own, they could go do it on their own. But they want to get there through speed and optimization. But is that really me? Is that the only me that's available to this human being that's here right now? Of course it's not. And is that me, the challenger guy, best suited to be around my children, my three little kids, Molly, Sophie, and Charlie, 8, 6, and 4? Do they want challenger dad? No. So in my mind, I have this alter ego, this representation of who would I most like to be when I'm around my kids? And Mr. Rogers sits there for me, caring, kind, compassionate, patient, thoughtful, communicative, fun, creative. I think those are 8 qualities that would be fantastic to be around for my kids so I can help them and not force them, help them be more of what they can end up becoming. Now, that's not me being fake. That's me recognizing that the human condition is a bit of a tangled web sometimes. And I'm simply employing the stuff that the elite use. So I really, frankly, Michael, I'm not here to really sell the alter ego concept. You can either use it or not use it. But here's what I know: if you don't use this thing as a toolbox or a tool in your toolbox, you're just operating way slower than the people who are at the very, very tippy top.